everyone, it's Lindy here from the Ark Open Farm. Thanks very much for joining me in Jura today. We're going to do a quick tour of the farm and let you see some of the behind the scenes stuff that we get up to here at the Ark Open Farm. We're currently closed at the minute. We're hoping to get opened up in a couple of months time, but we thought we'd give you a sneak preview of some of our animals and some of the cute little baby animals that we've got on the farm at the minute. So this is little Tiny Tim, and Tim's mum had triplets, which means she had 3 little lambs. So she had 2 girls and Tiny Tim, a little boy. So Tiny Tim is much smaller than his sisters, and his mum unfortunately didn't have enough milk for him. So we left the 2 sisters with their mum, and Tiny Tim was then bottle fed by us, so we've been looking after him. Is that good? Yes, is that good? So this is Bonnie and Elvis. Elvis is the little boy, he's a little bit bigger, and then this one here is Bonnie, she's the little girl, she's a wee bit smaller. And these are 2 Hampshire Down lambs. That's their mummy there. Unfortunately, she only has one part of our udder working, so she's not producing enough milk to feed both of them. So what we're doing is topping them up. So that means that we give them a little bit extra milk every day just to make sure they're getting enough. Because they're quite a big breed of sheep, Hampshire Downs grow very big. So we need to make sure that they're getting enough to help them grow big and strong. As you can see, they both love their milk. You can see their little tails wagging every now and again. So I'm just going to take you in to see some of our new arrivals at the farm, but I have to stay very quiet because I think they're fast asleep. One of them is up and about, and we've got 2 hiding in the straw here. So these are 3 little piglets that we've got, and this is their mummy here. This is Carmelita. Hello Carmelita. You know, I can give you a scratch. And there's her 3 little babies. Aren't they gorgeous? So they're just having a little rummage around in the straw there. Let's see if there's any food about. Oh, maybe they're hungry, maybe they want some food from mummy. We got a phone call a couple of weeks ago from the police to say that these 6 little goslings were at the side of the dual carriageway and they were trying to get across a really busy road. So we went and helped the police gather them up, and they've been doing really well ever since. So they're living here on the farm now, and they've got much bigger from when we first got them. And as you can see, they're starting to get their feathers, so they're starting to grow up, and all that little baby fluff will go and they'll get loads and loads of feathers instead. So these goslings, what they like to eat is, oh, there's the peacock. They like to eat grass, they eat dried food as well, they like to eat worms and things like that, and one of their favourite things to do is to go for a swim. These are our 3 lovely meerkats. Hello guys. So they're just waiting for their breakfast. So these guys are found in Africa, that's where they come from, and they love this hot weather that we're getting at the minute. So we've come in to have a look at some of our rabbits and guinea pigs, and you can hear the guinea pigs are shouting at me because they are wanting their breakfast. So I've got some breakfast here for them, so they've got some nice grass for them today, but they get a real mix of things. They get grass, carrots, dried food, apples, broccoli. Hello, how you doing? You hungry? So we better get them fed because they're shouting their heads off. Alright guys, alright, we're coming. So I've got a big bunch of grass for these guinea pigs. I'll throw it in. There we go. Loving that. And now for some for the bunny rabbits. Here we go. He's trying to keep it all to himself. We're just off to feed all of the animals down in the fields, so they're going to get their breakfast. So we put it all into the back of the quad, and we take the quad because we've got quite a lot of land to get around, so it's easier to put it all in this and drive it around. So it's sort of Meals on Wheels for all the animals that live down in the fields. So these are our little Sika deer. Here they are, and they're all waiting for their breakfast. So one of the little Sika deer has a little baby, but she's got it hidden at the back because he's still quite young. And what they do is they hide them at the back and hide them in long grass and things like that, just to keep them nice and safe. And then the mother will go and find the baby later on just to get a little drink of milk. But once it's a bit older, it'll be out and about with all the rest of the herd. So they love carrots, potatoes, and they also get some dried meal as well. You can see the antlers on that young one starting to grow. We left the quad for 2 minutes, and one of our alpacas, this is Coco, has decided to help himself. So he's just munching the food out of the back of the quad. This is our male reindeer. So we've obviously named him Rudolph. He is like Rudolph's brother. He's still quite young, this guy. But you can see he's got quite a big set of antlers on top of his head. So at the minute the reindeer look quite scruffy, and that is because they're losing their winter coat and they're getting their nice short summer coat. So just like what we do with the sheep, so we shear the sheep, we take their wool off, but all the reindeers, they lose their hair themselves. So we've seen him sort of scratching at himself, rolling around, trying to get rid of that winter coat, and he'll get his nice short summer coat, and that'll help keep him cool. So he's in here with 2 other reindeer, and I'll just go down to the bottom and see them because they're busy having their breakfast. So these are 2 of our female reindeer. So this is Aria and our mum Dancer, and they're having their breakfast just now. So the reindeer get a really mixed diet here at the farm. So they get special food that contains all the goodies that they need, and they also get some barley and some other dried food. They really like the taste of that, so they're quite keen on eating that. They also eat a small amount of grass, but what they really love is willow. So we give them willow a couple of times a week, and what they do is they eat the nice green leaves off the willow, and they also eat the bark. So they strip the bark off the willow too and eat that. They really like that. And as you can see, this one here, she's losing her winter coat too, getting that nice short summer coat. And there's Aria. So Aria is just a year old, so she's a little bit smaller than the rest of them. Coco's back helping himself out of the quad trailer. Hey, this isn't self-service, you know, Coco. So we've got loads of chickens here at the Ark farm. They're all outside in the nice weather. So these guys have been rooting around in the soil trying to find bugs and beasties, but what they're also doing to help keep themselves cool is they're rolling around in the dust. So that helps to keep them cool, and it also helps to get rid of any bugs or beasties and give them a good clean. So we actually sell the eggs from all of these chickens, all our free range chickens, at the farm, but we've got quite a lot of rare breeds of chickens. So they're all shapes, sizes and colours, and they produce all different shapes, sizes and colours of eggs as well. So we've got loads of play areas and different bits and pieces for the kids to do at the farm, but unfortunately because we're closed, no one's able to enjoy the lovely play equipment, and it's such a shame because the weather's so good. But we'll head on down this way to see some of the ducks and geese and give them their breakfast too. Morning guys, how you doing? You hungry? So we've got ducks and geese and swans as well. And then we have got quite a lot of wild birds that come in to the duck pond too. So we've got moorhens, wild mallards that are just coming into land there. And the moorhens actually have a couple of chicks down the back because I got them hidden away. But they'll come out whenever we've gone, and the ducks and geese have gone away from the feeder, and then they'll get their share too. So it sounds like they're just getting their breakfast. So we feed them in a couple of different feeders just so everyone gets a chance to get some. Obviously the swan's the boss, so he gets first. Okay, time to feed the sheep. I'll call them on through. Hello guys. Hello. What's happening? Some more alpacas as well. Right lads, come on. Lummy, lummy, lummies. Come on. Come on, lummy, lummy, lummies. Let's go. Come on, lummy, lummy, lummies. So we have our Valley Blacknose and her twins, and then these are a couple of pet lambs from last year, and then we've also got Sam and Lima, our alpacas, 2 more alpacas, so we've got 4 alpacas in total. And then we've got the ponies, they're wanting their breakfast too, so that's Copper. And then these 2 shorties here are little Shetland ponies. Hello. So that's Silver, and then the one over there, that's Emmy. So they're getting some breakfast this morning. Hello, how you doing? So I've just joined some of our lovely Jacob sheep and some of our Herdwick sheep. They have all their little lambs from this year with them. So these lambs are a couple of weeks old now. They're doing really well, and they enjoy being out in the field in the sun with their mums. So this week we were shearing all of the sheep. So we were taking their big thick fleeces off, and that leaves them with a nice short fleece, and that helps them stay nice and cool in this really warm weather. So they're all buying because they're just about to get some food. So they've got tons of grass in this field, but we like to give them some meal, some dried food as well, because these mums are still feeding their babies milk. So the babies are still drinking from mum. So we need to make sure that they've got plenty of food to help them produce that milk so they can feed their babies. So we've just arrived at our fairy tale forest. So if you've been to the farm before, you'll know that we've developed a nice bit of woodland, and it's a beautiful walk around the woods, and there's lots of fairy tale characters and lots of fairies as well actually that live in this forest. So we'll go and have a wee quick nosy, see if we can see anything. Oh, into the fairy tale forest. And round here, just round the corner, it's a nice little house, and this is Rapunzel's house. So you know the story, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. So Rapunzel's up in the window and she's let down her hair, hoping that her prince is going to come and save her. We found another fairy door, and oh, see this? People have been leaving some pennies at the fairy door. They must have made a wish. So apparently, I've heard, if you leave some pennies at this ferry door and make your wish, it'll come true. If you believe hard enough. I might give it a try myself. I don't know what I'd wish for. Oh look, we've found Goldilocks' house now. Goldilocks, and there's the 3 bears. Here we go, here's our beautiful Highland cows. So this is Mary, and she sees I've got a nice bucket full of food, so they're all coming over to see what I've got for them. Hello guys. So this is Bella, and Bella was hand reared by us because her mummy didn't have enough milk for her, so she's very tame. Hello girls. This is one of our White Park cows, and she's in with the Highlands just for the minute with her little calf. Jurassic Ark. I wonder what could be in here. So I know lots of you watching will know exactly what this dinosaur is. This is a big scary Parasaurolophus. They're not actually too scary, or so I've heard. These are herbivores, so they just eat vegetables and grass and bushes and that kind of thing. But we'll go and we'll maybe find one of the scariest dinosaurs. Yep, there he is. There's the big T-Rex. He's pretty fierce looking, isn't he? So I hope you've really enjoyed this brief tour of the farm with us today, and maybe whenever we get reopened you can come down and see all of the animals for yourself. But in the meantime, if you follow us on Facebook or Instagram, we put up loads of stories about the animals every day, so that'll keep you entertained until we can get opened up again. Hope you're keeping safe. Thanks for joining us today. Bye!